Hey everyone, my name is Alex, and today I have with me not one, but 3 different pieces of ultralight backpacking tech that you gotta see because these things are crazy. But first things first, this video is not sponsored in any way, and these opinions are all my own. Full disclosure, I was sent these products by the companies, but it is a priority of mine to give you guys an unbiased review, so I'm gonna give you both the upsides and the downsides on these products. So without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, also one more thing. There is a giveaway for this video, so stay tuned to figure out how you can win one of these products. Okay, so first off, imagine this. You're at your campsite, it's dark, you're walking around trying to find things and you're stumbling, bumping in your tent, knocking over things, and it's just a hassle. What's the one thing that you should have had? That's right, a flare gun. I'm kidding, it's a headlamp. Obviously, these things are super nice to have with you, and the technology on these is getting crazy. My old headlamp was the NiteCore NU25, but this one here is the NU27. So let me actually grab my old one just for comparison. So this one here is the old NU25, and this is the new NU27. As you can see, the NU27 is like a little bit more bulky. At least it's like about a centimeter longer maybe. It's also a little bit wider and just kind of has a bigger profile on your head. So there are actually 4 lights on the front of this with 2 small red lights that you can't really see. This is a USB-C rechargeable headlamp, which is great because I hate having to deal with single-use batteries for headlamps and bring in like AAA batteries with. That's just a hassle. The battery on this is an 850 milliamp battery, and there's actually a battery life indicator on the side, which is super nice. The battery also seems to last a very long time. I use this on multiple nighttime bike rides. I used it for like 5 days straight while I was camping and also overnight while I was backpacking. They do say on their website that this has up to 57 hours of runtime on the ultra low mode. Which brings me to the different modes that this thing has, because there's like 10 different modes. So as for the regular lights, there is ultra low, low, medium, high, and then turbo. There's also a red light function with 2 different levels. So right there, that's, what is that, 7 different modes, just like that. That's a lot. And as for the brightness, this thing does get crazy bright. Like, as you can see, I have the turbo mode on here, and it is just lighting up the area around my campsite. It's crazy bright. But the mode that I saw myself using the most was actually the ultra low mode, at least for when I was just kind of hanging out around my campsite. It's very dim, but still it's good enough to let you see the area around you without blinding yourself. But when it came to doing more like active activities, like when I was biking at night, the mode that I used the most was the high mode. Not the turbo one, but the high mode. It was a good enough level to where I could see things around me, and I could see things so I could react fast enough if I needed to. But what kind of sucks is trying to like figure out how the different modes on this thing work. Like, to turn it on, you hold the power button and then you press it once to go between low, medium, and high. And then if you want to go to ultra low, you need to double press the power button when the light is off. And then in order to switch to the red mode, I can't even think of it on the top of my head. You press the mode button, but it's super easy to get to the like pulsing emergency buttons. I don't know, maybe I'm an idiot, but I've been using this thing for like 2 months and I still struggle to turn on the right mode. But along the lines of lighting, this has what they call MCT, or multiple color technology. Basically, that's a fancy way of saying that there are different temperatures to the lights on this headlamp. So there is a neutral white color, a warm light color, and also a cool white color. Personally, for myself, I just used the neutral white color. It was just a good temperature of light. It was the most natural and the one that I like to use the most. They say that the warm light is good for penetrating through rain and fog, but I wasn't really in any environment sort of like that, so I didn't really get to test that. When it came to recharging this, it only took about an hour and 15 minutes, which I would say is pretty darn fast. So as for the weight of this, it actually is slightly heavier than the NU25UL. This one comes out to 1.6 ounces, where this NU27 comes out to only 2 ounces. So it's still extremely lightweight. As for the price tag, this is gonna cost you $45, which isn't too bad considering that I've seen Petzl ones and Black Diamond ones for like well over $100. So there you have it, everyone. That is the NiteCore NU27. I definitely like this thing. I'm gonna continue using it for my own backpacking headlamp and also for biking. Like it's been fantastic. It's a good one. It's a good rechargeable headlamp. You can't go wrong with it, and it's only 2 ounces. Like that's nothing. Now, we all bring some sort of tech with us while we're backpacking. If it is your phone, your headlamp, or maybe a Garmin InReach Mini. And inevitably, at some point, that gear is going to need to be charged. That is where these bad boys come in. These are NiteCore power banks. These are both made from carbon fiber shells, so not only do they look super cool, but they're also extremely lightweight. Like when you hold it, like it's unbelievable. Everyone that I've given it to and been like, check this out, like what is it? I'm like, that's a power bank. They can't believe it. But first off, let's talk about the big one. This is their 10,000 milliamp battery, and this one specifically is the NiteCore NB10000 Gen 3, the 3rd generation of their 10,000 milliamp battery. This has 2 USB-C ports, so no regular USB or the USB-A. But what's nice is they actually give you this USB-C to USB-A converter, which is great because if you're like myself and don't have everything USB-C, you have this guy with your purchase to just convert your regular USB to USB-C and you can charge all your gear. I'm sorry, I just said USB like 100 times, but it's a power bank and that's the terminology that we gotta use. Oh, my nose is itchy. What's nice is that they actually added a power life indicator on the side of this right there that you can see. As for how much tech I powered with this thing on one single charge, I've charged my iPhone 13 mini probably 3 to 4 times. I charged the NiteCore NU25 while I was backpacking. I charged my Apple Watch 2 to 3 times and also random tech like my Kindle. And finally, after charging all of that stuff, I finally got it to run out. So it does last a very long time, but you know, this is a 10,000 milliamp battery. So if your phone holds 2,000 milliamps, with this, you should be able to charge your phone 5 times. And to fully charge this from completely empty, it took about 5 hours. Not too bad. I mean, this is the big battery, so those things do take a while to charge. As for the size of this, it's less than half an inch thick, about 4.8 inches long, and about 2.33 inches wide. I know that those measurements are vague. Where's my phone at? Yeah, I gotta grab my phone. Where is my phone at? Oh, there it is. All right, we still connected? Check, check, check. Yep. This right here is my iPhone 13 mini, and this is the NB10000. The battery is shorter, it is thinner, and also less wide than my iPhone. So this is gonna slip super easy into your pants pocket or into like the top zipper of your day pack or into an accessory bag in your backpacking backpack. As for the weight, because I know everyone wants to know that, this comes out to only 5.3 ounces, which is crazy. And this just feels good too. Like it feels like a quality battery. Just a hunk of battery. What a hunk. The cost of the NB10000 Gen 3 is $65, which is pricey. Like that's kind of a downside, is that this is an expensive power bank. Like for reference, you could go to Amazon and get an Anker 10,000 milliamp power bank for about $24. But that weighs like almost double what this one weighs. So to get something like this NiteCore power bank, you gotta be someone who's very interested in getting their pack as light as possible, or maybe you're a thru hiker, or maybe you just wanna have like the top of the line ultralight gear. As for myself, being an outdoors YouTuber, whenever I'm backpacking, I bring a lot of camera gear with me that weigh a lot, and my batteries need to be charged. So it's nice to have this to save weight in the form of a power bank. But the other one that we have here is something completely new from NiteCore and actually hasn't been officially released yet. This is the NB Air, a 5,000 milliamp power bank. So this actually isn't the final version. I guess you could call this one a prototype or like a sample that they sent me, a test sample that they sent me, but I assume that the final version is going to look very, very similar to this. But the NB Air only has one USB-C port, which I think is fine. I mean, how many times are you charging 2 things at once? once. With this being a 5,000 milliamp battery, this isn't going to be something that you're gonna take with you for like a week-long backpacking trip. This is something you're gonna take with you over like maybe a weekend trip or like a 2 to 3 day trip where you only need to charge your phone once or maybe twice. There is a battery life indicator on the front of this, which is great. I love that they do that. And this only took about 2.5 hours to fully charge. This thing is also ridiculously small. That's my palm, and that's the size of this thing. Like, look at how thin that power bank is. It's crazy. Like when I got this, my girlfriend was just hanging out in the bedroom, and I just kind of like threw it at her and just walked away. So she got to inspect it and check it out. She knew that this was coming in the mail for me, but she got to inspect it, and then later she was like, that thing is crazy. Like she was just as mind blown as I was to see this thing. Like this thing is less than a centimeter thick. It's only about 4 inches long, and this thing is just gonna slip right into your pocket. You're not even gonna notice it. So as for the weight, this one that I have here that is not the final version weighs about 3.2 ounces or 90.7 grams. They did tell me in an email that the final version that's gonna come out very, very soon is going to be a little bit lighter at 3.14 ounces or 89 grams. The cost of the NB Air is actually only $34, which I feel like is not bad. That seems like a pretty fair price. And that brings me to the giveaway of this video. So me and NiteCore are giving away an NB Air to one of you guys, like a brand new one, not this one, like a brand new one that comes out in like 3 days. So if you want to enter that giveaway, just like this video, be subscribed to my channel, hit the bell to get notified when I release videos, and most importantly, comment down below what you like about these products here from NiteCore. One of those comments is going to be randomly selected, and I'll post the winner to my YouTube community tab along with responding to that comment. So with that, thank you all for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed learning about some new NiteCore products and some pretty freaking cool ultralight backpacking tech. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you win the giveaway, and I will see you in my next one.